Hi there, I'm Carolyn, trichologist at Absolique Hair Health Clinic, and today we're going to share with you a hair transformation that we've worked on this year in hope to show you what you could achieve for next year. So here, as a trichologist, we really get into understanding the causes of women's hair loss, and in this case, we had low ferritin, which is a common cause of telogen effluvium. So the ferritin is the storage of iron, and it leads to what we call diffuse hair loss. And then we ended up with some diffuse hair thinning, and this then allows some pattern hair thinning to come in. So it's really important to really get in and understand the underlying causes, because a lot of the time people just jump to the pattern hair thinning because it's the one that people talk about. But I find for women, a lot of time, there's a lot of other contributing factors. So this is where it's really important. My role as a trichologist is using a microscope. So I use like a USB microscope on the scalp, and we can actually see how the hair is growing or not growing. And this then enables a actual diagnosis based on your genetic hair type. So we can see that, and then we can see the actual hair concerns that you're experiencing, which are normally structure and function problems. It's normally issues with the hair cell, the hair cycle, then overall health. Again, we look, like we said, at the ferritin we found here, and a lot of the time I find there's a lot of low vitamin D, which is then showing up the presence of this pattern hair thinning that we're getting as well. So the keys to the transformation we did here was understanding all of that it was more of a hair cycle issue, even though you can see that we had, a lot happening in her recessions here. So we used some topical solutions. I prefer to be more holistic. I don't like side effects, and we had some scalp issues here as well. So I would normally show people how to use treatments without Rogaine or without minoxidil. We also went in with the nutrition side of things. We didn't directly have to use any DHT blockers or inhibitors here, but we sort of use more antioxidants. And what we can see is in these recessions at the end of our treatment, those little baby hairs are now actually growing to a much, much longer length. The hair in general has much more structure, and it is physically just growing back to its genetic hair type. So again, the treatment options are based on the personal diagnosis that you have. So I've got so many nutrition things that I can use, but it's always based on blood tests. There's many types of topical treatments these days. We decide which one is right for you based on your hair length, the scalp issues, whether we're dealing with hair loss, hair thinning. So there's just so many options there, and this is why we need to be a little bit more personal and prescriptive. And then I also need to consider the condition of the hair, whether it's coloured, long, or otherwise. So I'm based here in Brisbane with my microscope. We can do this anywhere over the world if you want to get your own USB microscope. If you've got any questions for me, we also offer your first 15 minutes free. We're doing that by phone only in Australia at the moment. But if you do have questions for me anywhere, just email me info@absolique.com.au. And thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you in the new year.